Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2020 with the Apartment Association. I am Rachel Gill with Court Furniture, and today we're here with our featured member spotlight, Amber Taylor from AmRent. So thank you so much for coming up. I think we can all agree that while we're so excited for the new year, having it be right in the middle of the week makes for a oddly long week, and Friday feels kind of like Friday, kind of not.
Like a Monday too.
Yeah. So we're getting through this, but we're so glad to see everyone here. Hopefully we have a big crowd watching today because I think this will be a great interview. Before we start, I just wanted to do some house cleaning, some of the events that we have upcoming that I think there's something here for everyone to be interested in. So on January 21st at the Hilton Netherland Plaza is our officers installation dinner. This is always a great time and really a great networking event. This is where you're going to see a lot of faces. All of our new officers are getting installed. It's worth mentioning that Amber will be being installed. She's our newest member of Associate Council, so we are so excited about that, and to have her, I think we'll do great things this year. So you'll see her and the rest of the board of directors and Associate Council being installed there. And also on January 16th, our Next Gen is hosting a happy hour at Court at my office. It's going to be really fun. It's, like I said, on the 16th. It starts at 6 o'clock. Lots of educational opportunities there, a couple games, refreshments, food. If you're interested in any of these, be sure to reach out and RSVP. And as always, the association is offering so many classes upcoming this year. So just to name a few, in February, CAM-T starts. So we're going to have some things like the electrical maintenance and repair, interior, exterior maintenance and repair, and several others. These all can be found on our website. You can reach out to anyone here at the association, particularly Heather, and she can get you signed up for any of those classes if you're interested. As far as CAM goes, that gets started this year too, and it's going to be in April. I know there are probably lots of us out there, especially as the industry goes this year, that might want to polish up or get some of those certifications. So be sure to reach out to get enrolled for those classes. I know they tend to fill up quickly, especially earlier in the year when everybody's trying to plan everything out. So reach out if you're interested. Anyone here will be happy to help you with that. So without further ado, Amber, thank you so much for joining us today.
Happy to be here.
Yes, Happy New Year to you, 2020. So Amber, you are with AmRent, and if you want to share a little bit about your title, your position, your role in that company, I think we'd love to hear about it.
Okay, great. Sure. So I am the, I guess they call it territory sales manager now. So I cover Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. Of course, home-based in Louisville, so that was where my market initially started. Been with the company 6 years in March, so some longevity there. Really love it. Started out just with my single territory, and now I'm managing the other territories and our reps in those markets.
Great. So if there's anyone out there that isn't familiar with AmRent, can you tell us a little bit about what they do?
Yeah, absolutely. So AmRent is a resident screening company. We provide criminal evictions, credit reports, identity verifications, employment verifications, all the things that you would need to verify an applicant that's going to be moving into one of the properties.
Great. Yes, those are all things that every property is using. So we're happy to have you here. And how long have you been in the industry?
So I guess I've really been in the industry almost 16 years now.
Oh, wow.
I spent 10 years on site and started as a leasing agent, worked myself up to asset manager, and then transitioned over to the vendor side.
So how did you get into that?
Yeah, literally just accidentally.
Yeah.
I think everybody does.
Yep.
I was a training manager for restaurants for years, and then my daughter started kindergarten, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to see my kid because I typically worked like evenings, nights, weekends, and she was in school all day. And before that, it really didn't matter. I'd keep her home with me, like, you know, on my off days, so we still had like our weekend together. So I went into my leasing office to actually fax a resume. That's how long ago this was, guys. I faxed a resume, and they were like, so, you know, hate to be nosy, but looks like you're maybe looking for a job. We'd love to talk to you. And here I am.
I love that. I love that. I think so many of our stories are similar to that, in that we knew someone maybe, or we lived somewhere.
Yep.
And when you have that personality, you know, I think it kind of sees itself. Other people see that, and
yes,
it's always never what people set out to do and then where we land. And I think everyone's so happy that they landed here.
Absolutely.
So do you have a most memorable story, either on site or in your position at AmRent?
Ooh. My most memorable story would be a resident story, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've all had those fun, crazy residents, but I actually had a resident who was certain that she had aliens following her in her apartment.
Okay.
So we had to inspect the locks.
This is why I should read the responses first.
Yeah,
I would have known what would the appropriate response to this would be right now.
Right? Like, that is the appropriate response. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she wanted video cameras set up. It was insane, but at the end of the day, it was like hilarious dealing with her and her phone calls. You know, you're just like, what's she gonna say today?
That's one of those residents you see coming and you have to use the restroom all of a sudden.
We all took turns. It was like, it's your turn.
That is an interesting story. So I love that. It's so funny how every property has those funny stories. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to some personal things. Do you want to talk about the last book that you read?
I don't even remember what I responded because I read so many books.
That's a good thing.
I do really enjoy reading books, but I think what my response was, the last one that I read was actually a spiritual book. So I'm a Christian and very proud of it, and love to read some of the spiritual books, and especially anything, kind of girl power moments, things like that. So I actually just read Girl Wash Your Face. I was like really super late on that trend. Most people read it probably, I don't know, a year and a half ago. But I had this big list of books that I was reading, so I bought the book and it sat forever. And so over the holiday, I read that book, and again, just totally love the girl power, like there's always something better out there, so just stay positive and go for it. Yeah. It was right up my alley.
It's a good one. It can be kind of cliche, I think, now that it's been out there for a while.
Yeah.
I listened to it. I didn't read it because I'm in the car so much, so I listened to it on audio and then loved it and did a presentation about it because I was just so moved by it. Yeah, because I think, like I said, I think those things can start to be kind of cliche. Yeah. But I think it's worthwhile for women especially to just read and then do with it what you will.
Yeah,
but I think
dropped it off to my daughter because she's 20, and I'm like, you need to read this. I know it's been out there a while. I was like, there's some cheesy lines in it, but get through it. It's very positive. Everybody needs to read it.
Yeah, it's so good. I was crying within like the opening of that. I was like, oh gosh, here we go.
Let's go.
So yeah, let's go. And what about hobbies? What do you do in your free time?
So I tell everybody basketball is probably my hobby because I'm always at some sort of either basketball game, practice, training, something for my son. I spent all last weekend at a tournament, so I feel like basketball is my hobby nowadays. Yeah, but that's okay. It's just season of life. I think other than that, I read a lot. Yeah. And I love to cook.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love to cook. So I'll get like crazy recipes and like just, my family's like, what is this? Oh, but hey, I love to try it all.
Maybe we'll do like a potluck for associate counsel.
That would be great. Yes.
I'll buy something. You cook something.
That's perfect.
Because I cannot cook. So it's funny. My oldest daughter, we're in our first season of basketball with her, and I am clueless. I don't, like, sometimes like the coach will get mad or something will be great and I'm just like looking around like, oh, yay. Or, that was bad. I have no idea.
Somebody explain.
Yeah. And the fourth grade girls playing basketball is just, the scores are like 12-2. Yeah. That's a good game.
That's a great game. Yeah. I remember those games. Absolutely.
So, but it is fun. And you're right. It's the season of life where, all the sports and, but we wouldn't be anywhere else. Yeah. So how about your favorite food or restaurant? You said you love to cook. So
yeah, I do love to cook. So it's hard for me because I feel like sometimes I'll go out and I'm like very judgy, like I could have done this better. But I still enjoy somebody else cooking for me. Sure. So I think my favorite, my go-to is typically like anything like Mexican, like chips and salsa,
for sure.
Fajitas, quesadillas, doesn't really matter. Just give me all of that.
Oh yeah,
all of the above.
So do you have a favorite dish to cook?
Ooh, that is really hard.
That wasn't on the list, so I apologize.
But that's I have so many that are like my go-tos that I always cook or people always request, but I love anything with like spinach and artichokes. So I'm always kind of like experimenting with that, like, steak, spinach, artichoke, chicken bakes, things like that. So those are some of my favorites.
I have not eaten breakfast yet today, so thank you for that. We might start hearing my stomach growl. Okay, and pets. Do you guys have any pets at home?
Yes, we have the all loving, all spoiled. Like, oh my gosh, Zoey. So she's about to be 6. She's a boxer mix. We have all different kinds of ideas of what kind of mix she might be, but who cares? You know, we just love her. Yeah. And she is definitely super spoiled. The kids fight over who's gonna sleep with her, and you know what's gonna happen here or there. But yeah, she days that I home office, she's literally like right next to me, like, you know, just my girl. Like I'll catch myself talking to her. Like, she knows all about like AmRent and how to run the business and everything, of course.
That's awesome. I love that. You know, they do the DNA test, and even if you don't care, I did it for my dog, and I was very surprised.
Yeah?
Yeah. I still refer back to what I thought he was before that, but then it's shocking. I believe in it. It works. It's a good investment. Okay, and you have mentioned so many hobbies and fun things that you like to do. Do you ever have time to unwind, watch TV, any movies, anything you can't miss?
I am like a binge watcher. That's terrible. I'll get a show and I'll just watch like the entire season on like Netflix or Hulu. So I don't have like a go-to. It's just kind of whatever like show caught my attention at that moment, and then I like watch the entire thing.
I'm the same way.
It's awful though. Like where is binging good at anything? I mean, like binging is not a good thing.
New Year's Day was a great day.
I can lose an entire evening when I do have those moments to like sit down and relax. I can like literally lose the entire evening because
That's good for us though. When else do you think? I mean, any other time, I feel like you're not really. You know, unless you're committed to something relaxing like that, you still got other things going on. So, and I saw the answer to your sports team, but do you want to tell everyone else who your team is?
Go Cards, always.
So what's like is it basketball or football, or are they?
We're actually kind of like an all sports school. Like we're really good at pretty much everything. I mean, like even rowing. So,
that's cool.
Kind of weird, but yeah, we're like good at rowing even. But I'm a hardcore basketball fan. So, like, I like football. It's fine, but it's like, it's a long day. So I could definitely skip football season. I'm more of a basketball girl.
And you're right there, so I'm sure you get to go to all the games.
Is awesome.
That's fun. Good. I love any sort of college sports fan this day and age, especially, you know, in hometown Louisville. I think that there's probably so much pride there that you just don't get in
and so much rivalry, you know, like, I mean.
With UK? Is that it?
Yeah, yuck.
That was such a lucky guess on my part.
Yeah, good girl. You did good. You did really good.
Cool. I know a lot about sports today. What about concerts? Is there a concert that sticks out in your memory? Is that something you like to do?
I love concerts. I love any kind of live music. I probably have some of the weirdest playlists out there because I listen to kind of a little bit of everything. Like I might be listening to Christian music in the morning and like gangster rap in the afternoon. You just never know.
Wherever your mood takes you.
Exactly. But I will say that my all-time favorite concert, and I've seen them multiple times and they never disappoint, is Hall & Oates.
Really?
Totally great concert.
That wouldn't have been any of my guesses.
Yes. My husband drugged me to the first Hall & Oates concert. And I'm like, seriously? What are we, like 75? And we get there and they just put on like a killer show. I mean, they're lifetime performers and they're amazing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, we've seen them everywhere. We even drove to Columbus to see them up at LC one year.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You know, you're not the first person. I've known other people kind of like in our age group that are really loyal fans of Hall & Oates.
And it's great. It's just like good, like
happy
solid,
music.
Happy music. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great answer. I love that. Okay, so if you were an animal, what would you be?
I struggle with this. I've been asked this before for like interview questions, and I always struggle with this because sometimes I think I want to be like something big and fierce, and then other times I want to be, you know, like the lioness or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then other times I'm like, I could be totally something just sly and like relaxed and laid back because I think I have both personalities in me. So every time I answer it, I'm like, I don't know, but I think the number one answer is like the lioness because I like to be able to like, you know, be in charge, control things, which probably isn't a good answer, but I like to be in charge of things and know what's going to happen and just, you know, I have that kind of take charge attitude. So I think
those are great qualities, and there always has to be someone in the room to take charge.
Yeah,
so and you always rock animal prints. So
I do, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
And why don't you tell us a little bit more about your family?
Okay, so I have a great, awesome family. Keeps me super busy. So my husband and I have been married for almost 15 years. I had a daughter when we met, and he has adopted her, but she's 20 now, so we are full force in nursing school, dealing with a college kid.
Oh my gosh.
Whew, some days are good, some days are crazy,
Yeah.
some days I just want to
I can't imagine.
Then we have a 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
She is junior in high school, gets great grades, super chill, relaxed personality.
Look at you.
Yeah, super chill girl. And then we have our wild, bodacious boy. He's 13, and he's my sports rock star. So like I said earlier, I'm kind of always dealing with his sports and, just his fun, energetic personality. So
how fun. It sounds like a great just a mix, you know, a great combination of personalities and ages. I have 2 girls that are not yet teenagers, and whenever I talk to someone that has done that, and I'm just looking like, you're here, so you survived, because I'm
ready.
So scared.
Yeah. There were days I did not. Yeah. There were days I was like ready to hide in my closet because I might kill her.
Yes.
But,
Yeah, I'm very
you'll survive it.
So, yeah, it's good to see that you're here with us today, because I worry that they might actually kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. And what about, this is a new question. I haven't asked this yet, I don't think, but I have asked it once, but I love this question. Have you had a vacation that sticks out as the best ever, or a place that you would go back to every year, or somewhere that you're dying to go to?
Oh, I have so many places I'm dying to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to, like, Thailand. I just want to go somewhere exotic, somewhere different. These are all places that I'm like, I could totally do this, but... so I feel like probably my husband and I keep saying, like, the next 5-year plan, that's going to be, like, one of our biggest plans is, like, to travel so much more and get to some of these exotic places. But I also have a favorite place that's kind of, like, my go-to, and it's pretty local-ish. Anytime my husband and I just need to kind of check out and, like, reconnect and, have some time away, we spend time at the Elk Creek Lodge in Owington, Kentucky.
I have heard of that.
It is amazing. So
is it really?
Yes, it's a winery.
Yeah.
Like, part of it's a winery, and then they have, like, you can shoot clay pigeons.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's coming out. So we do that sometimes. There's, like, hiking trails, but the lodge is just, like, this beautiful, amazing, like, legit cabin that is so relaxing, and it's just our kind of go-to place when we need to reconnect.
What great insider info, and that is really close.
It's like, so it's 2 hours from me, so it's probably like, I don't know, an hour and something for you guys. So, and it's pretty inexpensive. Like, it's definitely, like, affordable for just a weekend or something.
Yeah, in this part of the country.
Out.
Very cool. Yes. Great answers, Amber. I'm enjoying it. Okay, and then this is a new one, and I have not even thought about my own answer to this, but what TV or movie character would you be?
So, I don't even think I answered this yesterday because I wasn't sure.
Oh, you don't have to answer. I personally do not have an answer for this.
Yeah,
so if that's one that we
need.
Sure.
Yeah. I think you guys are gonna have to check back on that one.
We'll put it out to you all. Yeah. If you all think Amber is a certain character, reach out and let us know. And then any interesting details about yourself on an ending note. What do you want everyone out there to know about you? What would you like? I saw your interesting details and I thought they were pretty cool. So. Not necessarily that you're dying for everyone to know, but a fun fact that will
I actually just saw something this morning that was totally inspiring to me, so I'm going to do a complete shift from probably anything. But
sure.
I saw a quote this morning from a new book that I'm getting ready to get into called, like, How to Be a Leader, I think it is. But the quote was basically, at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of my life, I want to have contributed more than I've criticized something. So that's always been one of my goals is to, like, help improve things. If there's an issue, don't complain about it. Always come with a solution. And we can all get in our negative mind frames or, have a negative thought or whatever. But at the end of the day, I always hope that I will offer more to people than what they feel like I took away from them. So that's my change on that.
That's awesome. And I don't think any of us can argue with that. And what an awesome way to end our first interview of 2020. I think we all could carry that advice with us this week, this month, this whole year. Amber, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It was a pleasure today. I look forward to working with you on Associate Council this year.
Yes.
I think we'll do big things.
Very excited.
So thank you all for watching. If you have any questions about any of the classes or events that I mentioned at the beginning, be sure to reach out, and Happy New Year, everyone.